I think it's Saturday morning. Good morning. All right, trying to make sure that I've got everybody and I can talk to everybody. So get your stuff. If you didn't already see the post I just put up there for this morning's class, maybe see if you can clear a wall, all right? So that you've got enough space to be able to lean on it and maybe lay down with your legs up on it. And if you can't clear a wall, excuse me, maybe lean on a big piece of furniture. I don't know, a sofa, a dresser, a door. All of those things legitimately work. Okay, good morning. I'm going to be getting myself set in a second, and I'll be able to see you properly because you probably only maybe see the top of my head, you know, and that's while, you know, I mean, it's sexy, but it's not like the best view. All right. Good morning, everybody. Did my dog just take my spot? I think she did. Hey, Kelly. I love that I turn around and I'm like, that's not the kind of yoga we're doing today, but, you know, Karma likes to be in charge. Okay, everybody, get your mat, get your block, get your strap, and once again, if you didn't hear or see the post that I put up before, we're going to be at the wall today, or use a little bit of wall, so feel free to clear a little space if you don't have any kind of open space wall. Maybe move your computer around or your phone around. I sure as heck hope nobody's trying to watch this on a phone. And I'm also not trying to shame you if you don't have a laptop or a desktop, so watch my face there, Belinda. Okay, I'll be right there. Okay, you have to get off my mat. I guess that was kind of a rude eviction of my dog. Sorry about that. I can be kinder. All right. I think that we are set. I'm probably a little too far. So, you guys, I'm not actually beheaded so much. All right. So here we are. Look at me, on time and everything. What's that about? Good morning. It's Saturday morning. It's a beautiful sunshiny day. A little chilly, I'll admit. But hey, I woke up, 2 gifts already. Both these eyes opened up. I can't complain about that. That's actually, boom, that's the gift. I don't get to ask for anything more. So good morning, everybody. I'm Belinda with Just Be Yoga, and we're donation based all the time. So give what you've got in your heart or your pocket, or catch us in the next time, drop it in the bucket, you know. Though this morning's class is our yoga basics, and that approach is about finding the basics of any posture, the basics of standing postures, the basics of seated, the basics of twists, the basics of inverting, aka upside down. Doesn't mean you have to get upside down, just means we'll talk about the basics of them. And today I figured, why don't we use some wall? Maybe I'm inspired by the fact that I'm sitting here in a great big open yoga studio. And I'm going to pose a question at the beginning of class, and if anybody wants to kind of chew on this and get back to me, maybe write it in the comments of your thoughts. I realized, yeah, I guess I'm violating the stay-at-home order, but I also consider the yoga studio kind of like an extension of my home. No one is here. I go from my car into the door, into the studio. So it's just me and my dog. And then I clean up and I lock up, and I head on back to the cribbo or take her for a walk. So give me your thoughts, because if you guys are conflicted about that, I can always try to clear out a space at my home. But here I have the space, I have the blocks and the straps, and I really don't feel as though I am doing anything to jeopardize anyone. But I'm open to hearing anyone's thoughts about that, because if you're like, oh, Belinda's a rule breaker, or Belinda is endangering other people's lives, if you feel that that's the case, please let me know, all right? And I'll definitely take that into heart. Oh, okay, one last time I'm going to check the Facebook comments on any requests anybody has. You kind of know what's going on in my mind today. Let me see what is going on in your mind today. All right, so I'm not seeing that anyone has any other comments other than Kelly. So I'm not seeing any requests. Okay, thank you, Casey. Awesome. All right, so we're going to start standing. Make sure, especially if you're new with us, to maybe have a block or as well as a strap or a belt or a towel to be able to use to bring your hands together or bring your hands to your feet, that kind of thing. So you've got a clasp. And otherwise, we'll come on up to standing, and we'll work with a little bit of standing movements, freestanding first. And just say good morning to our body. We'll wake up our feet. Just coming to the toes and rocking back and forth. Good. I'm just going to twist. Just let the arms flop. Finding my breath. Good. I'm going to work the hips a little, side, a little bit front, back, and then just let the upper body come on down. Let's hang out here for a moment. Your knees could be soft. I'm going to turn for a profile view for anyone who's looking. Please know that I really, really support letting this be a listening experience more than a watching experience, all right? Once we start to bring that gaze within, you're starting to really generate your yoga practice for you. Yoga means to create a connection, to bring together, and that's for your journey in your body. You're connecting with your breath and your mind, your awareness. We'll gradually roll the spine up, lifting the head last. Already starting to notice what's changed. What's changed in my body, my perspective. Maybe for some of us, just that little bit of movement says, ooh, yeah, I needed this. All right, we're gonna breathe in and lengthen upward. Exhale, taking it forward. Remember, you can bend those knees. Breathe in and lift up. A little bit halfway. So if your hands don't touch the floor, always have a block nearby. And your hands could then maybe just rest here and then let the upper body go. And we'll do that again. Breathing in, letting the chest and the torso kind of be this unsupported freestanding space. And then exhale to let it go. And then we'll roll the spine up. Really simple modification of what's considered a sun salutation A. All right, we'll breathe in and lift, feeling our body anchored on the earth, giving some upward energy. Exhaling, letting the upper body go, letting go of thought, letting the weight of us sink. Breathe in and lift the chest up, stretching out the spine a little bit. And then why don't we step our left leg back. And then I hope that you can see, if you are looking, back foot is flat. We're positioning ourselves to get ready for a warrior one. Maybe widen those feet out. Can you tell I've wiggled this right foot all the way over to the edge just to create a wide base. It's a great way to start, all right? And then you can bring your hands to your knee and bring yourself up. Now my hips are saying, well, that's a little wide for me, Thurston. So I'm going to bring the leg in a little closer, hip bones aiming forward, and then I'm just going to come up and down. So now, this is a really basic way of coming into your Warrior One. Letting our attention be on our foundation, how stable we feel, and then how free the upper body can feel. Bending and straightening. I'm just warming things up, bringing a dynamic element to my practice, and then I'm going to sit at it. Look at this knee, try to keep it over the heel. I'm a little wobbly here, right here. This is the first time in the morning. I don't want this knee to go past, don't want to overstress the knee ligaments. And just rocking the hips so I start to notice what I'm feeling in my back and in the front of this hip. If you want, you can bring your hands to prayer, maybe lifting, shoulders down. Okay, so we gradually come up into this Warrior One, remembering always stability first, our foundation and our rootedness. And feel it out. If those legs are already getting tired, and mind's saying, Belinda, you're probably going to show this a couple of times today, so I'm going to let this go. I'm going to bring my hands down here, and I'm going to step this leg up. Maybe even shake the feet out. Notice if the feet are feeling some stress. Maybe less so nowadays with all of this social distancing and staying at home. But oftentimes our feet are confined in all these shoes. So it's nice to stretch the toes out, feel the feet and feel what they can do for us, how they operate, how they work. Now we're going to step the right leg back. Going to have this left knee over this heel, bending, maybe wide. Maybe I'm going to walk my way up, giving my core a little bit of support. Maybe I'm this time going to say, oh, hey, I want to see if my core and my back, can lift me up. There's a little bit more working going on in it. And then we'll work the hips a little. Just feeling expansion and spaciousness and strength in our hips. Spreading the toes, waking up my awareness of standing in my physical body. And maybe we lift, maybe we don't. And straightening and bending, faces are soft. So this is Warrior One. Starts to strengthen our legs, can start to work a little bit in those hips, feeling some space in those hips, letting them move, helping our circulatory system in those hips. Also, we get to start to notice where our mind goes, especially if the body is starting to get fatigued. Are you making a choice about your arms, or are you feeling like, I'm supposed to have my arms up? There are no supposed tos. Find your comfort in your body. Your hands could be down here. Breath in, sink maybe a little bit more. Feel out what those hips want. And then bring the hands down. Stepping that back leg up, notice your stability. Now feel out how wide apart your feet are. Here I've got them a little further apart. I'm going to bring them in, but not completely. That's going to start to stretch a little bit more in the back of the hamstrings. I'm going to breathe in and pull my chest up. Bring my mind into me. And then let the upper body go. Maybe grab opposite elbows here. And start to practice letting go. Practice letting that upper body drape. Now, you can have those legs a little wider if we feel like we have more tummy and more torso, so we want a little less smush, okay? And then see about letting yourself shift a little further forward into the front of the feet and back. You can keep having that block here, and forward and back. Notice what's changing in the stretch in the backs of your legs, and forward. Here, as I come forward, can I let my upper body hang a little bit more? Takes a lot more trust. And then I'm going to gradually roll my spine up to standing. All right. We're going to become just a little bit more dynamic before we go to the wall. And we'll breathe in and lift. See about some continuity now. Exhale, let the upper body come down. Breathe in and lift the chest. Now watch, we're going to bring the right leg back, bring that knee down, step the left leg back, bring that knee down, lean your chest over your thumbs, so a really basic plank. Breath in, elbows shaving against your ribs, elbows straight back as you lower yourselves down. Lengthen your legs, uncross them, breathe in, keep the belly down, lift the chest just a little, maybe work your neck for cobra. Breathe in, exhale, come on back to your hands and knees. All right, so now we're going to step this left leg up to the top of the mat. Oftentimes as we're learning to do this, engaging in core muscles, we need to step it out wide. All right? Why? Because bringing that knee up into the belly can again create that smush factor. We feel like we don't have room or we don't have the core strength to do so. So make a choice. Maybe bringing it out wide. If it only comes up this far, grab it, bring it up there. Tuck your back toes, straighten the back leg, bring the back leg up. Good, we're going to keep moving, so take a break if you need. Catch up with us anytime. Breathe in, lift the chest. Breathe out, let the upper body go. Pay attention, are you back in those left feet or forward? Roll the spine up. Lifting upward, breath in. Relax your shoulders here. Can we do that? Exhale, forward fold, letting it go. Breathing in, lifting my chest. We're going to step back again to that plank. So maybe bring knees down, or if you're wanting a little extra challenge, you want to take your plank to a different level, you can have your toes down and have the legs extended. Try not to be way back here though. Certainly trying not to be back here. So if we are back here, maybe put those knees down. All right? Nipples over thumbs no matter where we are. Breath in. Exhale, elbows shave the ribs, and suddenly we can be like, made a bad choice. Lowering it down. Breathe in. Let's lift for cobra. Unclench the butt. I had to check in on my own. And come to hands and knees. We're going to step that right leg up this time. So choose how we're going to do it. Maybe helping it up there. You can keep it wide, or if you feel like you can bring it toward your midline now, that'll really help you step up a little better. Might need your block. Tuck the back toes, straighten your back leg, and we'll step that leg up. Good, and now let's breathe in and lift the chest. Exhale, let it go. And we'll roll the spine up, coming up to standing. Breath in, reach, so we're extending our mountain upward. Bring attention into your feet. Press them down. Don't let all of the attention be in your upper body. Forward fold, hinging at those hips, letting it go. Those knees can be soft. Breathe in, look up. We're going to step the left foot back. We're going to the warrior now. Back foot flat. Choose how you want to come up. Breathe in, sink in the hips. Exhale, bringing those hands down. Stepping that left leg up. Step your right leg back. Take your time. Maybe take several steps to get there. Still choose stability. Coming up to standing. You're not trying to keep up with anybody. Breathe in. Maybe grow tall. And then we'll bring our hands down. Stepping that back leg up. Rolling the spine up. Let's open up the chest a little bit. Maybe holding our strap. Maybe your hands come together behind you. Bending the knees, hips forward ever so gently. Feel your chest opening. Breath in. Exhale. We're going to come forward. If you can hang on to the arms, go ahead. If something says you better let go of those arms, let them go. Notice that I'm still keeping those knees soft. Great way to take a load off of the hamstrings and the low back as we're here. You could also say, hey, I think I really want more stretch. Even if you do a full extended leg once and then every other, you're keeping the knees bent, You're starting to honor out. You're pacing. Let those arms go. I talked quite a bit there. Breathe in and lift the chest. Let's step back to whatever plank you want. I'm going to choose knees for this go around. Breath in and elbows shave. Feel your arms controlling you to lower yourselves down. Now wait. Notice if you got into a cadence. Notice if you were like, I know where we're going. Nope. Ready? Push it right, back, up. Hey. So basics doesn't mean we won't work or that we won't feel something or something may not feel hard. This is just the most rudimentary foundational way to do it. All right, elbows, shave the ribs. Don't let the belly touch the floor. Don't let the chest touch the floor. Ready, back up, back up, back up. Yay, welcome to Chaturanga, not a chimichanga. Uncross the legs, tuck the toes. Let's lean back to our tabletop. Okay? Your knees can be a little far apart. Your palms shoulder width apart. We're ready for our down dog for the first time, all right? So don't gouge in with the heels of the palms. Try to use the fingertips in each area of the digits. And then we'll tuck the toes. Let the hips extend up, dropping the head down. Those knees could be bent. And let the upper body go. Downward facing dog. Maybe you're pedaling your heels up and down. Adho Mukha Svanasana. And my good friend Vicky likes to just say, and bless you. Breathe, maybe press both heels back. Good, and we'll bring our knees down. Okay, so that's a nice way for us to just kind of warm some things up. Now I'm going to move my mat on over to the wall and encourage us to, if you need to do any repositioning, go ahead and take the time to reposition so that you can see. All right. So, I just want to start standing, a little bend in the arms here. I'm just using the wall for support, all right? I'm going to root into my left leg and ask my right leg to lift. So here we get to just use this for support. Now, you could always just let it go and kind of say, hey, what am I doing? Hey, do I have it? But I can always rely. Right here. And then open the hip and close and open and close. Good. And then we'll open. And then just see about that opening. Maybe press it. Still standing up in our mountain. Feeling the working going on in that leg. Can I grow taller? Can I keep my mind quiet? And bring that leg back and bring it down. All right, I'm going to turn away from you just so that I can find the other side, okay? I'm going to bring my hands here. Okay. Standing. I'm going to lift this left leg. Checking in with my mountain. And allowing that knee to open, that hip to open. And close, and open, and close. Maybe I try a few times, hands free, but I always know that that wall is there. Good. Open, open, standing up tall, breathing, bringing it back, and letting it go. Good. I'm going to come and face the wall. Bringing my hands to the wall and walk my feet back and see about letting my head come down. So this is a down dog at the wall, taking some of that weight and pressure off of the wrists, letting us really get into the shoulder sockets, pulling the butt back, tilt the tailbone back. Again, those knees could be soft. They don't have to be straight. I think it feels yummy as I straighten those legs, but we've all done different things in our bodies. And then I'm going to come up. Notice I kept my hands here and I stood up and I'm going to push the butt back, letting my head go. Breathe in and I'm going to stand back up. Now this time, I'm going to keep my arms where they are and come on to my tippy toes and see if it feels safe to push your hips forward. It's going to feel weird and different if we've never done this before. Pulling your chest up, a little bit of an up dog at the wall, and then sinking the hips back, letting our head go. Breathe. Lifting it back up if you feel stable, and if you want to do another, come on to the tippy toes, feel your calves. Send the chest up, not even the chin first. Ask your chest to lift, then the chin. Sink the hips forward. And now let's sink it back. Breathe. Maybe turn your head left and right here. Remember you could soften those knees. Did we even lose awareness of what those legs are doing? Maybe your whole body is feeling so many things that it's like, what, my feet, what? And then I'm going to roll my spine up and come on back up to the wall. Let the wrists go, let the arms go. All right, so I'm going to come and bring my hip against this wall. And you're going to notice I'm taking this arm back. I like to generally start this with my body up against the wall and my arms out like so. And now I'm going to keep that left arm where it is, just kind of glue it there and rotate. Ooh, yeah, sit up tall. Try to drop that left shoulder down. Breathe and experience all the feels. Now back it up if it's too sharp, if it's too intense. We're not here to rip anything. We're not here to create pain. We're hopefully creating awareness and connection. Like, what is that sensation? What is that tension really? This is a great thing to do a few times a day. So I've held this for a little bit. Now I'm going to see if these feet want to walk a little bit more, working the hip and so we feel the pectoralis muscle, that chest muscle that's underneath of my mammary. And feeling, of course, the muscles in the upper arm. A lot of deltoid, a lot of bicep. At least that's what I'm experiencing. I'm bending the elbow a little bit. That decreases some of that intensity. Or you could straighten it. Try not to lock that elbow. You don't want any pain or tension in that elbow joint. Ease and steadiness. Stira sukha. Ooh, come on back. Ooh, that arm is feels like it's 2 inches longer. And I'm going to switch. Again, I'm going to turn my back to you all. I'm going to rotate, drop that right shoulder down, sitting up tall, breathing, maybe massaging that chest muscle, that pec. Maybe there's some level of self-touch and caress that we're way more comfortable doing now at home than we would in the studio. Remember, you could bend that elbow a little if you prefer. Maybe you're straightening. Maybe you're seeing if the body has opened enough to let you move into it a little bit more. And it could be the opposite. Maybe the body has said, hey, you're not listening to me. Can you come out of it a little? Breathe into the armpit. Breathe into anything that's resistant. And release. Ooh, those arms, eh? All right. This time, I'm going to bring my elbows and forearms to the wall and start to walk back. So it's kind of like that down dog at the wall, but this is our dolphin at the wall. Now really try to press the forearms into the wall, pull the butt back, and respect what your shoulders tell you. See if you can let your head go. Notice what we're targeting here. And then what comes up for you, emotionally, memory-wise? What are you noticing about how you hold your tension, where you hold your tension? And ask yourself, what can I do right now to soften around that tension? Does it have to feel this way? Good. And then I'm just going to lift the chest, come onto the tippy toes, send the hips forward. Breath, and then bring the heels back down and bring myself up to standing. Good. Okay. What I am going to have us do at this point is, forgot where I was going. And I don't have any of you sassy people, to feed off of. I was sharing that with someone recently that, it's been interesting to teach anymore because I really rely on students and being able to have that energy exchange and kind of feel that lighthearted banter or see that look on your faces. So I can't see that look of consternation or WTF, and so it leaves me, now y'all are just getting pure Belinda relating to Belinda, and I don't know if anybody really wants to see that. We're going to get a block and bring it down here. Now, it could be a bigger block. It could be shorter. Maybe you're going to decide that you don't need one at all. But I'm just going to start it off in the most basic way. All right, so I'm going to come here. My hands can reach the wall. And I'm going to bring one heel to that block. And I'm going to let my upper body come forward. Now, don't worry about how far or how limited it may feel that the body is going. But let's keep the toes up on the wall and then notice what you're feeling in the back of your calf, your hamstring, maybe even some of your back. Breathe in. Breathe out. Now this right leg isn't doing nothing. It's holding us up. So squeeze the muscles in that thigh. Say, hey leg, don't go to sleep. And then slowly bring yourselves up. Now, hands to prayer. You're going to notice a little bit of balance going on here. So you can always reach out and find that wall. But let's do the same thing and see if we can take the upper body forward. You can always touch that wall. Breath. Lengthen your chest toward the wall. Breath. Ooh, see if you can come back up. If you wobble, laugh about it. Learn from it. We woke up some muscles. Now you can keep your hands at the wall for support, or you can say, let me see if I can bring that leg back, and then shake things out. Good. We're going to turn. So this is the leg that we had stretched out at the wall. So we're going to stand on that. That's my left. It's actually my right, but I'm doing that mirroring thing. All right. So standing in my left, and I'm going to lift the right. Now I'm holding, breathing, trying not to lean back, asking the chest to come up, and take that leg out. Good. Maybe even give it an assist. Bring it back. Good. That leg gets heavy, right? And we bring it down. I know some are like, why didn't she tell us to use a strap? You could use a strap, but right now just feel it. Oh, what are the muscles that gotta hold that freestanding, heaviest limb that I got? Okay, we're gonna come here. Maybe work my hips out. Bringing that right heel at the wall, on the block. Not super high, okay? And then use the support of the wall, letting ourselves come forward. Breathe in. Breathe out. Soften around whatever is tightening. Notice the mind chatter you're saying to yourself. Can we allow and invite a positive thought, a positive affirmation? And then we'll bring ourselves back up. And then see about a nice freestanding space. Just feel standing. Where's the weight in that left foot? Is it digging in that heel? Am I still able to sit up tall in my chest? Hands to prayer, remembering I can always reach out for the support I need. And then bring that chest forward. That's one of the things I really love about wall work. Learning how to see ways that I can create support ahead of time for myself. Letting myself go freestyle and then always knowing, hey, my support is right here. Creating new ways of support for myself in case the old ways aren't available or they fail. Now I'm going to see unsupported, bringing my chest back up. And then seeing about bringing this leg up and down. Good. I'm going to bring the hands here. We're going to do that down dog at the wall again. Walking the feet back, dropping the head. Now I'm going to keep my chest in this position. I'm going to bend the knees and come on the tippy toes. And then press the heels down and sink in the chest. Bend the knees, come onto the tippy toes. Lean into those arms. Pressing the heels back. Dropping the chest. Coming on back forward. Good. All right, we're going to do this one more time. Either bringing your foot to the block, or, okay, now's the time for a little bit of fun. And this is when like various family members might be like, I can do that. And all of a sudden they want to do yoga with you. All right, I'm going to step back a bit because I want to see if I can bring my foot to the wall. And stand up, and in my case, talk to y'all all at the same time and be at peace. Okay, inner peace, here we go, sequence started. Breathing in, and then let's see. If you need, you could bend that knee. Let's see about reaching for that support. Hey, support, I really need you right now. And then listen to those legs that are talking. For me, a bit of this left hip is talking, left low back. See if you can relax your tummy, and if something in your mind is like, are you kidding me, Belinda? I barely know what is holding on to the ground. Breath, relax the tummy. Bringing ourselves back up. Maybe we want to test it out. What? And remember that maybe means maybe not. Breath, bringing that leg back down. What? All right, let's shake that all out. Whew. Right, and at this point in the room, if everybody's at the studio, we'd be running around like, girl, I did that. What? Okay, here we go. I'm high-fiving to all my imaginary friends. Okay, let's come and stand in. Woo! We're going to do the other leg. You could use support. All right. Choose what you need. Send some gratitude to these legs. And we'll bring that right leg up. Now try to put some suction cups on your feet and push it into the wall. Standing up tall. When you're ready, Or just if gravity says, yep, this is where we're going, we're going to come forward. And feel the difference on this side. Bring some awareness, some consciousness into both legs. Relax the tummy. Maybe ask yourself, is there something that's yummy here right now? Find the yum, seek the yum. Don't just sit and be like, I'm holding on for dear life. I mean, that's legit. I'm not saying not to feel that if that's there. Ooh. And then lift that chest up. Let's see about some balance and stability. Gotta push that leg. We need to root into that support. That chest can lift. Maybe we say, hey, I can reach up to the heavens. I can trust that one piece of rootedness in that left leg. Don't over squeeze that left butt. My left butt is already starting to be like, I got you. And I gotta say, hey butt, relax. Let some other muscles help out. Even if some of the core muscles are like, nobody was asking us to do nothing. Maybe we'll bring this leg up and place it down. Whoa. Good, and we'll shake that out. Run around, give a high five. Any of your family members that joined. All right, we're gonna do the dolphin at the wall again. So forearms. If you want, if you would rather do the down dog at the wall, go ahead. Your wall, your body, your practice. And we'll walk it back. Pull the butt back if you can. I'm really trying to focus on letting my head go. Smooth and even breath. Good. And then we'll bring ourselves back up. All right, so before we come down to the floor, we're going to do hopefully a little bit of some fun space. Now, if you only made like this much space for your wall, that may create a little bit of issue. If you can create that much space at your wall, try to create it, okay? And then let's just lean against this wall. Woo! Take some load off of those legs. Feel that support. All right, so now I'm going to turn this right foot sideways. And I'm going to wiggle this left foot back. Keeping my back on the wall, I'm going to bend this right knee. Warrior two. Good. See if you can ask both butt cheeks to touch the wall. Now, depending on the profundity of our assets, you might need to be a little further away. I don't have much profundity in my assets. That's all right. I ain't mad about it. I'll work what I got. All right, so I got this knee over here. I've got my back against the wall. Reach and sink. Feel that warrior two, but you get to lean into the wall. Maybe you could sink a little further. Remember that knee over heel. Lean your head against the wall. Let your legs take it. And then we'll bring this elbow to the knee. Lean your back on the wall. Lean your head on the wall. Take that support. So that much trust and faith that we wouldn't do in the middle of the room because we would feel like if I leaned back that much, I would fall. Now squeeze the muscles in your thighs. Breath, maybe a little deeper. You could kind of do a little teeny bends and straightens, working out those hips. Now keep your back on the wall, reach both arms out, and see if you can use your core muscles to bring yourself back up. Okay, we're going to spin on that heel, spin on the other heel, so you can't see that foot for me. So I'm going to back it up a little bit so you can see that foot. Try to have those toes here. Check in with the profundity, assets. Got it. Chest forward, sinking, feeling, massaging, thanking. Taking that support. taking that support, reaching our arms out. Maybe even just imagining that we're reaching our arms out toward one another, leaning into support, feeling ourselves as a part of that lattice. That lattice, we are connected. Once you bring that mind to it, we are connected. Expand it from the center of your heart outward. We are connected. And we're building right here in our physical body the foundation of strength so that we can connect and hold each other. And we can lean into each other. Good, maybe straighten a bit and bend, sink down, check in. Can I open myself a little bit more, and am I still strong and supportive? Ooh. And then we'll find our side angle, letting that elbow rest, both shoulder blades against the wall, head against the wall. Whoa. Trust and lean into that support. You don't have to do it all. You don't have to hold it all together. Soften something in your body. And then tense it. And then soften it. And ask yourself, did I need the tension? Or was I still supported? Was I still all together? All right, reaching that left arm out. What different level of work. Layered back on the wall. Slide your way back up. Yep, I know that left leg is talking. We'll straighten it. Whew. Now, reach both legs straight. Triangle. Lay your back on the wall. You can rest that hand above the shin or above the knee. Both shoulder blades against the wall. Lean on it. Breathe in it. Trust it. You can be this expanded, this open, this unguarded. Good. We'll make our way up any way we like. If you liked kind of holding that core accountable with both arms out, that's great. If you just needed to kind of make your way up, do that. All right? We're going to spin on that left foot, spin on the right, check in on the profundity of assets, arms out. I'm going to find triangle on this other side. I'm going to slide forward, maybe touch that brick wall. Nope, I'm still too short. And then I'll bring that hand down. Try not to lock your knees. Choose, woo, thank goodness. I have some support in those hips. Equipment fail. Both shoulders against the wall. Good, and we'll bring ourselves back up. All right. Nice. Fun times with you all. We're going to come down to the floor on the wall. All right? So I'm going to adjust a little bit and bring us down. Cool. And so I'm going to bring my hips up against this wall and swing my legs up against the wall. This can be a sofa, okay? And your legs can be just draping over the sofa. Try to have your butt against the wall. All right, so here comes the demo, because I know that there is at least one person out there and be like, my butt ain't nowhere near that wall. All right, so now you got to kind of do this little scooch, 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 and get your butt up against the wall. All right, got to work on that scooch, because that scooch, you know, sometimes it's not sexy. We got to work on making it sexy. Okay, we can bring the bottoms of the feet together. And only if you want, you could press the inner thighs. I don't like to guide people to touching the knees and pressing, because I don't want to put any pressure on the ligaments of the knees. You can press on the upper thigh, feel in your groin. Maybe just give yourself a massage somewhere. So since the beginning of class, this is the most amount of our body mass that's been in contact with the earth. First time we've had the weight off of our legs. Let's just enjoy that. Releasing our body to gravity. Let's do a few intentional breaths together. Hands to the belly. Deep breath in the nose. Exhale out the nose. Observe the breath expanding in your back. Breathe in. Breathe out the nose. Can you soften your neck and your shoulders? Breath in. Breath out. Good, and we'll straighten the legs up. Let's take the left leg out to the side. So you're just going to keep the right leg up. Maybe that left leg comes all the way to the floor. Now my right leg wants to go. So I want to tell it, hey, well, you just stay right here. And we're just going to focus on this left hip. But I want to see if as much of my right butt, will it come back to the floor? I don't want to make it an argument with my body, but that might mean I need to lift this left leg a little bit and hold. So I went beyond my edge there. Breath. Trying to relax that groin. Now you can assist that leg with your left hand to bring that leg back up. And I'm going to walk my hands up the back of this leg. Point, flex, point, flex. Now I don't know if you can see this that well. I'm going to rotate from the upper thigh bone, twisting back and forth, like turning a key in a lock. Notice what you're noticing. Now I'm going to keep the toes pointing to my face. Bring my hands up as high as they'll go. That could be just behind your knee. And then give it a little pull. Now while you're pulling, you could do the point and flex. Identify the heel more than the toes here. Yep, and we're going to feel what we're feeling in the attachments and the inclusions in the backs of that leg. Breath. What are we connecting with? Even if it's just, whoa, I didn't even know that moves. Feeling stuff moving behind your hands. Nice, and then we'll let that leg rest. And see about letting that right leg come out. Working on an open hip space in a supported way. Notice that my foot ended up falling on that block there, and I'm kind of good with that. So it's another way that we could start to use blocks here. And you can really lie in these positions for quite a while and just kind of test in on, can you, like almost like a slow cooker process, can you let the body slowly let go? Right? We can't always and really shouldn't kind of go, okay, timer set, body, bake, right? We're not here with that kind of command instructional relationship with our bodies. We're here to create a relationship where we're listening and letting our bodies say, you know what, Belinda, I'm going to need a minute. I might need 10, maybe 20. And when would we just say, you know what, today I'm just going to do this one thing at the wall I really liked in that class. If we're developing practice at home, it doesn't have to be some big ornate class. You could spend time in 2 breath practices, 2 to 3 postures that you really spent some time getting to know. a quiet meditation or shavasana, and that's what your spirit needed to come into its whole space, its balanced space. That's the beauty that I'd love to see any student that I've worked with start to develop. We'll bring that leg up and then walking it in, working the heel and the toe. This side's a lot tighter for me. I'm going to turn the key, seeing what responds and what doesn't. I always get frustrated when I notice, hey, there's a part of my body that I don't think it's moving, and I thought it would be moving, and I think my brain told it to move. Or there's a part of my body and I can't feel it. Is it still attached to me? And I just see that as an area that I need to continue to grow in awareness. And I'll bring that leg, my hands up that leg, and then bring that leg, whoa, a little closer to me. Gotta soften my back, my mid-back, my upper back. Let the breath in it. The breath is definitely a soothing tool here. And then working the heel, woo, back and forth. Practicing so much forgiveness. If things aren't moving the way I thought they would. If something is stuck or still super tight, and even if it's been tight for years, what am I supposed to be practicing with that? Am I supposed to spend years trying to make my body do this thing? Or maybe it's a different lesson I'm supposed to be learning. Maybe forgiveness or acceptance. Modifying and changing things up, switching things up. I'm going to pull that leg just a little closer. And then release. And then see about letting both legs come out wide. Now would not be the time to let any small loved ones bounce up and down on you. Nope, no thank you. This is definitely a space where you want to let those inner thighs slowly let you in, slowly ungrip. And being okay with this whole exposed part of us, right? Our tender underbelly is exposed. And can we pet it? Can we love it? Can we touch it? Caress it? Get to know what it needs, how it responds? Notice your mind thoughts when maybe you're touching over a curve or a fold or an injury or a scar and your mind says something unkind. What are we supposed to practice when we notice that? What is that an opportunity for us to practice? And then we can guide and assist those legs back up. And we'll bring the knees to the chest. And then find a happy baby if you want. You can bring your hands behind the knees, maybe up onto the feet. So feel out. Maybe your arms don't reach. Maybe the legs are super tight. Okay? If you're trying to make yourself fit some picture and your body's fighting to get there, what is there for us to practice right now? Maybe looking at, why do I feel the need to do that? And then we can rock and roll. Rock and roll. Now, I'm not saying that there aren't areas in our practice to keep working toward. That's definitely an element of our practice, tapas, a discipline, a dedication, a devotion. But we've got to work that out between our devotion and our discipline and non-harming, kindness. I'm going to bring the legs up toward up onto the wall, legs straight. You can come back to butterfly if you like, but if you can have the legs there, go ahead. I like to soften the knees a little, just take the work out of the legs. Adjust the shoulders for comfort, your head for comfort. And let go. Accept our body as it is. Accept our breath as it is. Accept our being as it is. Are you still letting go? Can you invite yourself to do so? Can we be kind when we notice our mind is busy? When you're ready, we'll create some simple movements just to reawaken our awareness, the vibrancy and aliveness of our senses, of our nervous system. Eventually rolling over to one side or the other and bringing ourselves upright. And we'll come to a comfortable seated place. Maybe work the neck a little. I like to take a moment and reflect on the journey that I've gotten to take on my mat, in my spirit. What did I run into today? What did I run into that I didn't know? Whoop, I'm still carrying that. What did I run into in my body? Maybe there was a different whoops. Maybe it was like, hey, I like this. I needed to move. I needed to feel a little more free, lubricate. And what did I notice in my mind? And hopefully we found some spaces where we got to look at things a little differently and see them as opportunities for our higher selves, for our best selves, for our balanced selves. And that's that yoga looping back around, creating that connection, creating the connections of our action with our intention. You know, whatever comes out of our mouth with our spirit. Like, whoop, is that really who I am? What just fell out of my mouth? Is that really who I am? Or do I want to back that up for a second and say, yo, I didn't really mean it that way. Hands to the heart center if you wish to join. May we all remember that we're connected. Collectively, we're connected. And what we put out there, it gets absorbed by our collective. Right? And it doesn't mean that there isn't an individual. There are. But that what we put out there affects us all. And we can all draw from what others put out there. So hopefully, let's all just keep putting out there some loving kindness, some gratitude, some forgiveness, some empathy and understanding, that we're all experiencing suffering, different layers of it, different manifestations of it. And we're all experiencing and creating love. So let's keep doing that too, to create that balance. Namaste. So awesome to stay connected with you all in these different ways. Hang out, come back in a half hour. We're going to heat it up, do a little bit of Empower. Namaste.